Hey guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at this automatic pet feeder. For a long time, we've used just a small feeder that just keeps pouring food out constantly. And we decided we wanted to get something where we would have more control over when and how much our cats could eat. So we actually found this on Amazon. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'll just put it up on the screen as far as the name of the company. But we liked this one because up here at the top, it holds about 4 pounds of food. Here in the middle, we've got a control panel that we'll talk about here in just a minute. And then at the bottom, of course, we've got the food dish itself. So if we take a look at the control panel here, it's got a series of buttons on here. Power button. Up here at the top left, it's got a microphone button because there's a speaker and microphone built into this. So you can actually record your voice to call your pets when it's feeding time. Anytime that one of the feeding times it goes off, it will actually say, you know, here, kitty, kitty, or whatever you record when you press that button. The speaker button here is also for that configuration as well. There's just a little hand right here, just like with a pointer finger. So if your animals need to be fed for whatever reason, in between the different feeding times, you can just manually press this button. There it goes. It'll just pour out a little bit of food for them, depending on how long you hold that button. Below that, we've got a settings button, a food button, a time button, and then a plus and minus button, or hours and minutes, depending on what configuration you're in here. The device will actually feed up to 6 times per day automatically. You can turn those on and off as you like by going in through the buttons and actually turning these padlocks to locked. If it is locked, like we've got 5 and 6 here, no food will come out at all. If it's unlocked, food will come out at all of the designated times that you set when you go through the setup process. I will say, like, if you see up here, right now it's got this 20 next to the food dish, and that 20 is how many revolutions the little motor inside will do to pour food out. I can say that about 10 will do a pretty good job of filling this. But for some reason, this will actually go as high as 99, which I think is a bit overkill. But, you know, if that's what you want to do, go for it. The thing that you don't have to worry about, though, is down here inside, it's got like a little IR sensor so that if the food gets super full, it will stop automatically. And it will only put more food out when the food level has gone down. So I really do like that, you know, if it feeds or if it dispenses food and the animals that you've got don't eat the food down, when it comes time for the next feeding, it won't just try to pour more food on top of the food that's already there. It'll only fill it to a certain point, and then it will cut off automatically. So like I said, this will hold up to 4 pounds. You should probably go through every once in a while and clean it. Everywhere in here, if actually, let me back out a little bit here. Up here on the sides, on either side, it's got a button so you can remove this whole top blue piece. All of this will come off so you can clean that out. And then if we go down to the bottom right here where there's this button, we can press that and this will come out so you can wash it separately as well. So like I said, I may have said, we've got this set up for 4 feeding times. It does go up to 6. You know, we start feeding at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we stop feeding over here on number 4 at about 8 o'clock at night. And what I've noticed since we got this is the amount of food that we go through on a weekly basis has gone down considerably. We're using far less food. And you can see here, there's still food in here. Like, it's not that our cats are going hungry. It's just now they're more on a schedule instead of just eating whenever. They're more on a set schedule of when they eat. And as a result, they apparently eat less. So if you've got a cat or a dog or whatever that needs to be on a feeding schedule for health reasons or dietary needs or whatever, definitely take a look at this feeder. It's done really great things in our house, both for the cats and actually for our pocketbooks as well, because we're not spending nearly as much money on food as we were prior to getting this. Now, there is one thing about this that I'm not super happy about, and that is that it runs on 3D batteries. If we take a look, let me actually take this out. If I flip this over, On the bottom, it's got a battery compartment here, and like I said, it runs on 3 D-cell batteries. And unfortunately, there's no option for any kind of power adapter to plug it into the wall. It only runs on those D-cell batteries, and that's kind of unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen a wall plug, and maybe have the batteries as a backup in case the power goes out. But that's really the only critique I've got on it, is I don't like the way that it's powered. I wish, like I said, that there was an AC power outlet with the battery backup.